It is almost the end of 2023, and that means one thing: we've got to do our top 10 video for 1/18 scale. This video is actually ranked from lowest to highest, so let's get started with number 10. And kicking this off, it is going to be the one model Honda NSX-R GT. Now, some of you guys might already be familiar with this model because it was actually a past release from about like 3 or 4 years ago. However, this is part of One Model's re-release program where they were coming out with all the past releases in certain colors in very small limited quantities. This is a resin model car. It came with an acrylic case, this black base, but it's also got all the GT spec aero from back in the day. It's fitted with the Type R spoiler. It's got the NSX-R wheels. This thing looks absolutely great, and it comes in this super nice championship white finish. It's got nice engine bay details. It also has some red Recaro bucket seats to really accent the red and the black. And correct me if I'm wrong, but there's only 5 of these that exist in real life. So a true unicorn in the NSX community. And of course, you can't end a year without a Honda NSX being released as part of an 18 scale model car. Number 9 that just came out about a month ago is going to be the Ignition model Fujita Engineering FD3S. Now, this thing is an absolute beast when it comes to the aerodynamics of the car, and Ignition model has previously released a lot of feed variants, actually last year. It's got Advan RS type wheels on it. It's got the nice lowered stance, super aggressive rear diffuser. It's got the GT Aero wing and all the tidbits that you would find from the Fujita Engineering catalog. So stay tuned because the RX-7 is something that is never going to die when it comes to JDM model cars. So expect to see a ton of other RX-7s that are coming out in 2024. Number 8 is going to be the Automobile Honda Integra Type R. This is actually a Euro spec, and this one was actually released in a limited quantity of 3,000 pieces worldwide. It's left-hand drive, but super awesome to see a variant that you don't normally see very often. Although it is a Euro spec, maybe there's something that we can see in the future for USDM guys. So Automobile did an amazing job on this, and can't wait to see what new stuff comes from them next year. Number 7, of course, Kyosho is going to be bringing some bangers when it comes to the 18 scale model cars. This one is going to be the Ferrari F40. This Ferrari F40, super nice, and I don't think you can get through the year without releasing an F40. Whether it's BBR, Kyosho, or GT Spirit, someone is always going to be coming out with an F40. I'm sure there's gonna be tons that come out next year as well. So fully opening diecast components, exceptional detail when it came to these little tidbits of areas. But Kyosho will be bringing in some more heat for 2024, so stay tuned and let's see what they have in store for us next year. Number 6 is going to be the Motor Helix Honda Civic EK9 Type R. Now, another car that you definitely will see throughout the year, but Motor Helix stepping up to the plate. Last year, they came out with a lot of R34s. This year, they're trying to step it up with some of the Honda line. So here you see the EK9. Next year, they're actually coming out with some S2000s, and they'll be coming with a slew of different color variations with those releases. There's also 3 other colors, which is the white, yellow, and silver. Fully opening diecast, doors, hatch, hood, rotating wheels, rolling wheels. But not only that, it also has special accessories that Motor Helix is known for. So in this case, you are going to be getting a nice little B series 1/18 scale. It also comes with the engine hoist, an engine holder, and a lot of little tidbits of information, brochure, and marketing material. These were limited to about 799 pieces worldwide, but definitely a break in for the 18 scale diecast market because a lot of guys don't make an EK9 that's fully opening diecast. So super nice to see what Motor Helix is doing. Let's wait to see what they come out with next year. All right guys, we are halfway through the list and let's move on to number 5. Number 5 just slipped in literally a week or two ago. Now, this is a brand that we don't talk a lot about, but I am going to be talking a lot about it this year. It is Makeup Co. Limited, and this one is the Mazda RX Vision prototype. It was announced at the 44th annual Tokyo Show in 2015. This was a collaboration between Mazda and Makeup Co. to make sure that they capture every single tidbit on this car. It comes on this nice white fabric base, 100% resin, absolutely meticulously finely detailed parts on this thing. The ultra fine details mixed with a lot of the gloss carbon really give this model car the distinct accuracy that as it relates to the real car in real life. Makeup Co. is no pushover when it comes to 18 scale, and they do make some of the most detailed handcrafted resin model cars on the market. Number 4 is going to be the LCD Models Toyota Supra. Now, this is a model car that is brand new to the market. I haven't seen it before, but it looks very similar to that of Motor Helix and Auto Art. LCD Models has 4 color variants of this coming out. They've got a black one, a white one, a silver one, and a red one. They were only able to sneak in the black and the white ones so far for 2023, and they'll probably release the other colors next year. Now, this one is a little bit insane. This one actually comes with a full 1/18 scale scissor lift to be able to display your model car on a lift. That's right. And some of the details for the car, we got to talk about this. The underbody details, the trunk opening, the doors opening, the inside, the engine bay, the hood. It even has an active arrow that moves if you remove the cover from underneath the front end. It's crazy that they were able to put all this in. It's got telescoping wheels, it's got rolling wheels, and it even has a 2JZ keychain. LCD Models trying to pack everything into this box to make it enticing for collectors of 18 scale diecast model cars. I'm not sure what else this brand has in store for in the future, but we'll have to wait and see what comes next. Next up, we have number 3, which is actually GT Spirit. These guys released something that started at the very beginning of 2023 after it was a pre-order last year, and that's the Toyota GR Supra HKS presentation car. This thing looks freaking sleek with the matte gray finish and the HKS livery that we are all familiar with. But this is a very faithful reproduction in 18 scale. You can see it's got a nice lowered stance. It's got all the HKS wide body aero that they introduced last year. So this one's got some really cool stuff going on. It's got the Advan GT 5-spoke wheels in white, which matches great with the overall body color of the car. These were actually limited to only 999 pieces worldwide. They only released about 1 JDM car per pre-order announcement, so we'll have to see what GT Spirit has in store for next year. Now, let's move on to number 2. Now, between number 2 and number 1, this was super tough. But number 2, I'm gonna go with the Makeup Co. Limited Nissan Skyline built by Legends Minds R34. This thing, an absolute work of art. I even did an individual video showcasing it because it was that insane when it came to the release, the details. It's hard to describe in words. You just set it up and you marvel over this thing. But this is definitely a god tier R34 when it comes to 1/18 scale resin model cars. And as I mentioned earlier, Makeup Co. is no weakling when it comes to the 18 scale stuff, especially in the resins. But this is a faithful reproduction of the Minds R34 demo car. This was a collaboration with Built by Legends to bring the scan and 3D model to life. When it comes to the details, you can see this has the raised wheels on it. You can see the green accents for the carbon fiber areas. They've even produced this in a 43 scale, but not only that, wait till next year when they come out with the OG of this Minds R34 with the BBS wheels. Probably going to make the top 10 2024 list for next year. But one of the absolutely best R34s on the market. Hopefully you guys didn't sleep on this one, and maybe you've got one in your collection if you're a fan of this brand and platform. But last but not least, let's move on to number 1. Number 1, I had to do it. It is the iconic top secret Toyota Supra. This thing, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know because I know a lot of you guys ordered this one. Top secret aero components, aftermarket everything, sponsorship decals. It's got the top secret gold on there. The TE37 wheels with the polished lip. They also made this available in 43 scale. Not only that, they also came out with a special edition model with the Smokey Nagata figure that sold out in seconds. And I've done a separate video on that one, and IG was a little bit wonky with that one, but I think this standard release Top Secret Super was definitely a much of a banger. Now, they also made variants of this card that released throughout the year. You've got a white one, a silver one, a gray one, a red one, and even a blue one. But I think this was an absolutely fantastic release, and they took full advantage of the mold to make sure that there were color variants that everyone can enjoy. I can only see what IG is gonna bring to the table next year. What I really hope for is that IG turns this into a 1/64 scale. So stay tuned and let's see what they bring out next year. There you have it, guys. Top 10 list for 18 scale. If you haven't already, gonna be one for 64 scale coming soon. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that video. But be sure to leave some comments down below. What did you think about my list? Was there something that I missed that maybe you liked? Keep in mind that this is strictly opinion based on what I thought was the top 10 list. You guys definitely may have your own, so let me know down in the comment section below. And if this is the only video that you guys will catch, I will see you guys next year in 2024. So everyone have a happy holiday and Merry Christmas.